Welcome to the second part of Wucheria bencorfti parasite. Now we are going to start our discussion about Wucheriasis. Although this disease is low on mortality, but it causes great suffering, disfigurement, and disability. Metabolites of growing larvae in highly reactive individuals causes allergic manifestation, malaise, headache, nausea, vomiting, low-grade fever, urticaria, pruritus, that is generalized itching. Urticaria is a type of eruption which are marginally raised from the skin surface. Fugitive swelling and lymphedema. Fugitive swelling, what it is? It's a raised, painless, tender, diffuse red areas on skin. Although symptoms may appear much earlier, but it fails to demonstrate microfilaria in blood. So these symptoms are associated with Wucheriasis, but the diagnosis or appearance of microfilaria in blood is not there. Lymphadenitis. Inguinal lymph nodes are most often affected as these larvae got lodged in the lymph nodes. Swollen nodes may be painful and tender. So if the lymph nodes are swollen and tender, then you can suspect they are due to an infection in the lymph. One of the cause for infection in the lymph is Wucheria. Lymphangitis, red streak underneath the skin. And how does this red streak looks like? You can look in this diagrams. This presence of a red streak, and this red streak is referring to lymphangitis. Lymphatics of testes and spermatic cord are frequently involved. So this is known as epidermoorchitis or funiculitis. Funiculitis and epidermoorchitis are the names. And this is how the red streaks look like. Filial fever. This is high fever of sudden onset, often with rigor, lasting for 2 to 3 days. Temperature comes down by crisis with profuse sweating. Sudden sweating causes temperature to fall down, associated with localizing sign of lymphatic inflammation of lymphatic vessel. Examination of blood at this stage will give you transient leukocytosis, increased neutrophils, presence of microfilariae in blood, neutrophil, neut, neutrocytosis, increased number of neutrophil, and presence of microfilarial worm in blood is also seen. Lymphangiovarics. How do you define this? This is a dilatation of lymph vessel causing varicosity of lymph vessel. Results from collateral circulation and lymph stasis as lymph oozes out is getting static in a particular area. This causes collateral circulation to develop. This collateral circulation are developed because the lymph vessels were obstructed. Now, in order to drain the lymph properly, collateral circulation will develop, that is sideways circulation might occur, and lymph stasis causes lymphangiovirus, commonly occur in inguinal, scrotal, testicular, and abdominal sites. Lymphorrhagia. What is lymphorrhagia? Rupture of lymph varices releases lymph or child. Depend Obviously, this will depend on the location where it is getting involved. Usually, scrotum, lymph scrotum, lymphocele, chyluria, chylous diarrhea, chylous ascites, chylothorax. So this is related to the secretion and where they are getting ruptured. There is one more term, that is chyluria, due to rupture of varicocele chyle vessel through mucous membrane of urinary tract. So The appearance of urine turns out to be white, milk white. It contains fat particle, albumin, and fibrinogen. Microscopic examination will give you lymphocytes, microfilariae, and few RBCs. Now, what is hydroseed? As you can see in this diagram, there is an enlarged structure seen between both the legs, and this is hydroseed. Due to obstruction in the lymph vessels of spermatic cord, also by exudation from the inflamed testes and epididymis, there is fluid collected in the testicles or in the scrotal sac. The scrotal sac uh, increases. You can see the one which is placed upwards is the scrotum, whereas the other one is abnormality in the leg. Now, if we aspirate the fluid, here it is clear and straw colored, sometimes cloudy, milky, or hemorrhagic. If during aspiration there is some hemorrhage present or not. Lymphedema starts as swelling around the ankle, spreading to the back of the foot and leg. So the most common type of lymphedema is around the ankles. It might be present in arms, breasts, scrotum, and vulva. It is usually hard and non-pitting type of edema. As it is slow in progression, the pitting is usually not found. This is a picture showing hard and non-pitting type of edema. As you can see, even there is stretching of skin, and the skin has been associatedly been increasing in size. So it's very slow accumulation. So the skin takes sufficient time to get stretched. Elephantiasis, affected part becomes enormously large, enlarged, producing tumor-like solidity, most commonly in legs, but may also involve arm, breast, scrotum, penis, and vulva. So elephantiasis is the latest, or the you can see the furthest point till is present in the furthest point where the disease develops. That is the end point of the disease where elephantiasis develops. You can see this. These pictures are actually showing you elephantiasis only. Its causes are fibrotic constriction of all efferent lymphatics. That is the lymphatic vessels which are bringing back the lymph to the main circulation. They get obstructed, so obviously there would be leakage from these lymph vessels. Recurrent attack of lymphangitis over years. Hypertrophy and hyperplasia, a result of excessive protein and in exudates, causes hypertrophy and hyperplasia, the affected part. Now about the pathological anatomy. Surface of skin becomes rough, fissured, and even papillomatous. These papules or small eruptions can be seen on the surface of skin. On section, skin cuts like an unripe pear, which is usually thickened and dense and fibrous. So, as the skin has been thickened in size, so when cut, the dead surface is quite thick. So, for the initial few millimeters of cut, the patient you won't feel that some incision has been done or not. Then the subcutaneous tissue is edematous in appearance, and thickened lymphatic and veins can be seen in the subcutaneous area. Histology, you can see granulating tissue. Blood microfilariae is generally absent in elephantiasis. So lymphangitis and elephantiasis are different stages of the same disease, but this is a progress stage where they have lodged and obstructed the lymph vessels. You can see how uh, the great level of deformity formed. You can also see the different parts of body this it can affect you. So it can be leg, scrotum, penis, even the labia, clitoris, breast, forearm. Now about occult filariasis. It was discovered by Mayer-Koviner syndrome. It is also known as Mayer-Koviner syndrome, and named after the name of the discoverers. Clinical condition not due to lymphatic involvement, but due to hypersensitivity reaction to filial agent. The earlier one, the classical one, was due to the lymphatic involvement, whereas this one is due to the hypersensitivity reaction to filial worm. We would also see massive eosinophilia, as this is a hypersensitivity reaction, and we have been looking into various diseases that in such type of reactions we see that the eosinophil count increases many folds. Generalized lymph node enlargement can be seen, hepatosplenomegaly, pulmonary symptoms, and absence of microfilariae in blood. Microfilariae does not reach peripheral blood because they are destroyed in tissue. And how does the host react is eosinophil granuloma is the host reaction. Filial complement fixing antibody present in high titer. So, the destruction of this microfilial worm is done by these antibodies, and these antibodies would be present in high concentration as this is a hypersensitivity reaction. It is high level of antibodies would be seen. Serological tests with filial agent are strongly positive. So, we want to test the presence of antibodies. These antibodies would be present in high concentration. Non-specific antibody production, biological false positive reactions, serological tests for syphilis. So what is happening here is that due to this hypersensitivity reaction, there may be antibodies which might be formed for some other disease also present in blood circulation, like in the case here, we would find antibodies related to syphilis. Now, tropical pulmonary eosinophilia, that is eosinophilic lung, also known as Weingarten syndrome. It is a manifestation, as I said, the eosinophil count will increase manifold. This is a manifestation of occult filariasis. Low fever, loss of weight, paroxysmal cough with scanty sputa, dyspnea, asthmatic wheezing, and splenomegaly is seen. Blood eosinophil count raises about 3000 per millimeter cube, and IgG levels are also high. Chest X-ray may show increased bronchiovascular marking, diffuse mottled shadow resembling miliary tuberculosis. So nevertheless, these findings for how the imaging is done, that is not more important. But you should understand that due to presence of this microfilial worm, there is a manifestation of lung also. There is some difficulty in breathing, asthmatic wheezing, dyspnea is present. So about the laboratory diagnosis, there are some direct evidence and some uh, indirect evidence. Direct evidence for microfilariae is a sheeted microfilariae having pointed tail tip and a free nuclei can be seen in peripheral blood, in chylous urine, in exudate of lymph phares, in hydrocele fluid, whereas the adults are found in lymph nodes, or if the calcification was done, so the dead ones or the dead adult worms getting dead and getting calcified. There is the indirect evidence is of eosinophilia. You can also have an antibody test by intradermal test. You can direct have serological testing for the antibodies, or you can show in a bulk film the presence of filial worm. by taking a sample of blood. Microfilariae is not found in peripheral blood in following cases. First, in early allergic manifestation, in occult filariasis, cases of elephantiasis due to lymphatic obstruction, they have already traveled to the lymph nodes and obstructed the lymph flow. After an attack of lymphangitis due to death of adult, normally they do have a nocturnal periodicity. That is the best time to collect the blood sample for checking for microfilariae is night blood sample, usually collected between 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So they are nocturnal in behavior, and their presence of presence in blood is of a nocturnal character. It is between 10 to 4 p.m. Um, these are some details about the film that you take for examining. You'd be less interested in knowing this, but we can still have a look at it. We'll continue with the features of two different types in the third section of microfilarial Bancroft.